working out, but apparently we're going to get it done. You have something special. You have greatness in you. And I'm going to share some thoughts with you. I've been giving some thinking to what is the greatest value we can provide for you. And a lot of people have been asking me some questions. And I'm going to take two of the most important questions that they've asked. But I want you to like this page and share it. Like it and share it. Because what's important right now, with all the turmoil and all of the mixed messages and the craziness that's going on, is to keep the main thing the main thing. How do you provide for you and your family? This is a new world order. We have gone from one world to another world overnight. We're going from brick and mortar to click and order. That's how the majority of products are being purchased. People don't have to leave the comfort of their home to go buy products, going to shopping malls. That's why many of these shopping malls are empty now, and even more will be empty. And they'll find new ways in which they will be repurposed and used in a different kind of way. We have to repurpose our lives. We have to begin to be flexible and adaptable in how we show up and deal with the new terrain where we are. So I want you to like this page and share it. Like it and share it. And I'm going to share with you what I'm doing at 75. Hello. This is exciting because in the midst of all of these changes, there are great opportunities. This is a place where we've never been before. And politicians are playing games with many people's minds. And I want to help you be in a position so that you're not waiting on a check from some politician who want to help you to see them in a different kind of light. I want you to be in a position where you can make your choices based upon the things that you're concerned about. And this politics thing, you can get so mesmerized and caught up in it, you think it's the only game in town, which at the end of the day, it's not. The only thing that really matters at the end of the day is your peace of mind. Having a peace of mind about your life, about the things that you are doing, about your family, and having a sense of peace of mind about your being able to control your own destiny, to generate income using your knowledge or your voice or your story and the safety and comfort of your home. Peace of mind and operating from a place of being concerned but not being consumed with fear. Concerned about this coronavirus. People who have been saying, oh, it's a fake. Now they got it. Oh my God. Poetic justice, how ironic, and we hope they all have a speedy recovery. But this thing is not to be played with, and it's been very disruptive in a lot of lives. A lot of jobs have been lost, and more are going to be lost. So you got to have a game plan. You have to have a strategy to move forward. It's better to have one and not need it than to need it and not have it. So I'm going to share with you some things that I'm doing and others that I'm working with that are doing extremely well because it's a crisis. In crises, we say over and over again, it means danger, but it also means opportunity. Opportunities are always going to be in the midst of crises, but most people become so consumed with fear, they forget everything they know, everything they have going for them, every door that's available to them to go through. They become blind to all the possibilities on how they can create a new life. And as a result of that, they become depressed and filled with anxiety. Be anxious for nothing. Be still and know that you'll get through this. That you have within you the ability to be versatile, flexible, and adaptable to anything that life throws at you. You've been in different places at different times, and you've said to yourself, oh, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. And you got through. You got through. So here's what I want you to think about right now. Virtually, I want you to think about how can you, through the comfort and safety of your home, impact the lives of others. I want you to think about that, because now, as I said, we're going from brick and mortar to click and order. So those of you that are interested in making a difference in people's lives, those of you who have some knowledge or skills that people need in this country, in your community, in your county, or around the world, the computer eliminates geography. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me, Linda. The computer eliminates geography. So now, if I want to learn how to sing from you, and I'm now taking singing lessons, okay, online. So you don't have to worry about whether or not my breath is going to be kicking, and you don't want to have to wear a mask when I'm talking to you online, and you telling me hit another note, say, okay, Les, use your Nat King Cole voice. I'm not going to go there because you can't handle it. I know you want me to do it. No. Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa. Just give me a little taste, just a little slither. Oh, behave. Oh, I'm going to come back up in there and do the whole song for you, all right? But here's what I'm saying. I'm learning virtually. And you can too. And you can teach virtually almost anything that you can think of. They're doing surgery virtually, all right? So when you think about this place called life, they're having trials virtually. There are people going to be just doing it from home, everything. It's just so many ways, the flexibility and the versatility in which technology is being used. And it takes a minute. You say, I don't know anything about that. Neither do I, but I'm learning. I'm learning. My goal is to finish strong. My goal is to make a greater impact. My goal is to create a greater life and a greater world and a better world for my grandchildren, my 15 grandchildren, and my 4 great-grandsons. A good man leaves a legacy for his children and for his children's children. And so, as you look at yourself, look at your goals, and look at your dreams, be open to learning something new. Well, I can't afford it. Then you can't afford not to. And the truth of the matter is, you can't afford it. We buy what we want and beg for what we need. Nobody, when a Beyonce come to town, say, oh, I can't afford the tickets. My granddaughter, one of my granddaughters, I'd like to go see Beyonce. I said, is that right? Yeah, how much a ticket? $600. I said, good, fantastic. So how you gonna make that happen? Grandpa ain't doing that. No, I love her little singing, honey. But no, that ain't happening up in here. And so I want you to think about being resourceful, being unstoppable, being creative. I had to do that. I'm in a multi-billion-dollar industry. I didn't have the money. And I remember saying to Ed Foreman, man, I can't afford to come to your seminar in Plano, Texas and pay $2,600 for a weekend. And he said, don't focus on what it will cost for you to be there. Focus on how much it will cost you if you don't come. And if you don't get the coaching on how to become successful in this business. And you know what? Well, that was a good question. I thought about it. One, it will cost me peace of mind. I don't believe in living a life of regrets. And I said, I know that this is my time and I can do this. I know this. And I can't teach people how to do something that I can't do. Don't lead where you don't go. And so I said, I've got to become resourceful. I can't afford not to do it. I've got to find a way to make it happen, because I'm going to be speaking to people on how to make things happen, how to make a way out of no way. And so, but to make a long story short, I got there. Went on a Greyhound bus from Miami, Florida to Dallas, Texas. And then they had to send someone to get me Play-Doh. But I got there. My mother fixed me a big pot of marinated frog legs. I just, when they got there and said, Frogman, they called me, Frogman, we're here. And I knew everybody on the bus. We were all exchanging different kind of pork chop sandwiches and chicken and macaroni and cheese and collard greens and cabbage and candy yams. We had a ball. We were singing oldie but goodies on this bus. And everybody knew that I was going for my dream with a pot full of frog legs. And most of them had never had frog legs before. I couldn't believe that. And so we would do trades for chicken wings and pork chop and neck bones. You know, I could wear a neck bone out. You know, I'm a vegan now, but I used to tear a neck bone out. I could get that meat off and make it whistle. And so, but I was going for my dream. I made it happen. Didn't have enough money for the plane ticket, but I had got enough to get there on a bus from Miami, Florida to Dallas, Texas. And they picked me up in Plano, Texas. And the people on the bus took up a collection for me. When I got there and said, Frogman, we want to give this to you for your dream. Good luck to you. I said, thank you very much. But listen, when I look back, I remember Aretha Franklin's song, How I Got Over. How I Got Over. Sometimes I wonder how I got over. Here's the question that people are asking. What is it that I need to do to be a voice of change in my community? Here's one of the most important things. And that is, find something that touches your heart, something that resonates with you, something that you say, you know what? This is my issue. I'm going to speak on this. And don't try and be a jack of all trades. Just find one thing that you're going to do and do that. I decided that I wanted to be in this area of self-development, of helping people to get a larger vision of themselves. And so I found a coach. I invested in myself. Put your money where your mouth is. Don't try and wing it, because you don't know what you don't know, and you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. I've seen people with all type of speaking skills and abilities and knowledge. And what they did was they just tried to just jump out there without any coaching, without any direction, without having someone in their corner who had more knowledge, who was accomplished, who was experienced, and had the ability to be on the level where they wanted to go. And so they never showed up on the radar. And so when you look at your goals and look at your dreams of making an impact in your community, align yourself with a community organization or somebody that's already doing the work that you can learn from. That's very important. And do your research. Bring a fresh perspective to it. When I looked at speaking, I noticed that these speakers, they were doing memorized scripts and regurgitating them. And so I got Mike Williams, who wrote the book, and I want you to get this book, The Road to Your Best Stuff. The Road to Your Best Stuff. And I decided, I said, look, I saw him speaking. I loved his style and his content. And I said, hey, I asked him, can you teach me how to do this? And he said, yes. And are you willing to invest in yourself? And I said, absolutely. And so I invested in myself. And I became a very effective community activist in Columbus, Ohio, and in Miami, and getting out the vote and getting people to register to vote. I became very effective and speaking out on police deadly use of force, and how people can begin to change their mindset. I had a show called Yes We Can and Yes We Will. This is before Barack, all right? And I was known for that in Columbus. You want to have something that's you, something that resonates with you. And so that becomes the area that you want to drill deep on. Niches reveal riches. That area that you want to become known for. And you'll be surprised of how you can build from there and make tremendous impact. Here's something else. Alignment. When you find ways, number one, to get involved in something that resonates with you, and that you are willing to do your research and learn as much about it in an ongoing way. And if you're willing to partner with other people who are already in that space, that you can complement each other or support each other in a variety of ways, you'd be surprised of what can happen and what can come out of that. I'm telling you what I know. Partnerships are very important, especially now. Now, I'm encouraging you, don't just partner with anybody. Check people out. Give them 90 days. Give them 90 days and watch them and study them. There are a lot of people out here who are imposters, who are seriously not serious. I've seen them. Okay, so I know what I'm talking about. Up in here, up in here. It's a part of the process. You're going to find some people who are just pretenders. They're not serious. They're just running game. That's their way of operating. And they're very convincing too. So you want to take the time and ask questions and find people who know them to find out their reputation and do your research on them before you align yourself with them. Because at the end of the day, your name and reputation is all that you have. Here's something else. Find something that you are passionate about and speak on. And when you speak strategically so that it's evergreen. What do you mean? If you go on YouTube, and someone brought this to my attention, I have messages that have impacted 4 generations. 4 generations. I've been doing this for 51 years. I've talked to a friend, and I'm not going to tell you her name is Angelica, okay? Angelica, excuse me. Angelica. She said, my grandmother listened to you. My grandmother introduced my mother to you. And my mother introduced me to you. And now my daughter is listening to you. 4 generations. I've created something called Power Voice System. And in that Power Voice System, there are several ways in which you can communicate strategically so that if somebody listens to your message 10 years from now, it will still be relevant. At first, when I started doing it, I didn't know how to do that. But with coaching, and that's why coaching is so very important, having someone who knows more than you, I learned how to do that extemporaneously. And so when you do research, when you create a strategic partnership with people that's on the path where you're going, and when you get a coach who's accomplished, who's experienced in the area that you're interested in, the possibilities of how you can create a messaging style that can transform people individually and collectively and be able to build a name for yourself around that topic. Listen to me. That's important. Malcolm spoke on, by any means necessary, Dr. King, I have a dream. You when you look at certain people that are known, they're known for something, not a whole lot of speeches, yet one. There's one that will knock it out the park. One that becomes your fastball. One, just let me give you an example. A lot of people are losing their jobs right now. You can build a signature message, and I'm working with someone right now, how to rebuild your life when the rug has been snatched out from under you. How to rebuild it when you've gone through foreclosure or eviction. How to rebuild your life when you look across the table in the morning at somebody you thought you'd be married to for the rest of your life, but during the corona lockdown, they look at you and say, you know what? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Mm-hmm. And say in unison, we don't want to do this anymore. Oh my God, I'm thinking about this lady in Charlotte, North Carolina. She was walking down the hall in her home, and her husband coming toward her, and she grabbed him in the collar. Where is he? He said, what are you talking about? She said, where is he? The man that I married, the man that I stood next to, and we looked in each other's eyes and said, till death do us part. Where is he? Where did you take him? He said, have you lost your mind? I want to know. I want to know where he is. And he was startled. Wow. Because he was no longer that person that he pretended to be. And she packed up and she left. And she said, if he ever comes back, give me a ring. And she went to her mother's. And he never called because he was pretending. He showed her the presenter, the people who know how to present themselves, but that's not really them. That's not them. They're just pretending to be someone that they're not. But in a period of time, the truth will come out. Maya Angelou said, when people show you who they are, believe them. And he showed her who he really was. And she was serious. She was serious. And so I said, wait a minute. I was talking to her about it. I said, some people come into your life for a reason, some for a season, and some for a lifetime. Here's the reason. You have 2 beautiful children. Don't look past that. You didn't get it through immaculate conception. Here's the next thing. You've served your season together. Move on. Move on. That's it. Some for a lifetime. I want you, if you are ready to find a way that you can make a greater impact with your story, with your knowledge, if you want to be your own boss, I want you to put voice in the comment section. Put voice in the comment section. Let me work with that voice. Let me work with that story. I have a gift in that area. That's my superpower. I've done this for 51 years. There are people today that need to hear a voice of hope. There are people today, those of you that are looking at me right now, you're a voice of change. All you need is some coaching. That's right. You don't have to have a whole lot of degrees behind your name. I don't have any college training in this area. I've been a radio personality, television personality. I've been a state legislator and very good at it too. Passed 14 bills my first term. I'm the CEO of my own company. It's a global company. You have so much in you that you have no idea. Simba! You're more than that which you have become. You deserve to be happy and joyful and healthy. And trust me, when you're in a stressful situation, a lot of people are obese, not just because of what they eat, but because of what's eating them. When you're living a misplaced life, when you're on a job that's not you, when you're in a relationship where you're dying together rather than living together, it takes its toll on you. People say, how could you look so young at 75? Because I don't do drama. No, I don't do drama from nobody. I don't do drama. And I'm saying to you, we have a choice in this thing called life. And if there's anything that you can learn from the coronavirus, one, in the midst of it all, find ways to make yourself happy. Don't depend upon anybody else. Family members or friends. Just find ways. I make myself happy. I'm a big kid. I've got Mickey Mouse sitting behind me, and I've got squirrels that I talk to during the day. One of them's Tyrone. We're pretty close. Tyrone, I'm talking about you right now. I'll be right there. We pretty close. I'm bilingual. I speak squirrely. That means you have greatness within you in squirrel language. Yeah, I'm teaching you some stuff. Listen. Oh, behave. Hello. You know what? You got to get out the house. Okay. What? There are people leaving here. The coronavirus teaching us, watch as well as pray. Be concerned but not consumed. And focus on things that's positive. Positive. A lot of people, they just negative. That's just who they are. Can I change them? No. You have to change yourself. Focus on things that are positive. Separate yourself from people that are negative. That's number one. Number two, take the time to get to know you. To get still and listen and journal and ask yourself the question, what is it that would make my life more fulfilling? What do I need to do to die a life of no regrets? What's important to you? The other thing is, evaluate the relationships in your life. Yes, some calls I will not take. Oh, Les, that's rude. Is that right? Okay. I'm willing to be rude. I'm willing to be rude. The certain calls I'm not going to take. Why? Because they're negative. They're toxic. There are people who are always there when they need you. And you know it. When they need you, they are there. They're persistent. They're relentless. But when you need them, can't find them. I'm 75. I don't have any time for foolishness. I know who's real and who's not. I know if I lost my ability, God forbid, to take care of myself, who will be there for me. And I have come to know that family has nothing to do with bloodline. Nothing. Do you hear me? Nothing. Family is in the heart. Yes, it's in the heart. Where your heart is, there your treasure is also. There are some people, if something happened to me, they'll step up and say, Les Brown, I got you. You made a difference in my life. I had somebody tell me that yesterday. You made a difference in my life. You ain't got to worry about going to the nursing home. If they won't look after you, you don't have long-term insurance, I got you. Because you mean that much to me. I've never known my biological father, but you've been my spiritual father. I got you. When you live a life of service, when you make an impact in people's lives, God, what a God we serve. God will bless you in so many ways. Just taking care of my mother. He's blessed me in so many ways. I'm so thankful to be able to be a blessing to you. To be a blessing to you. And my goal is to train you and to give you what I have learned. We learn, we earn. I've earned a lot. We pass it on. At this stage of my life, it's time to pass it on. I want you to put voice in the comment section. If you can hear me in your heart, not in your ears, but in your heart. And even if you don't, here's what I'm suggesting to you. Find a way in which you can use this computer to develop your communication skills. Get some coaching. Find some area that you can, from the safety and comfort from your home. This is the new world order, because the computer eliminates geography. Somebody that can work with you to bring out your personality. Somebody that can work with you that can teach you how to speak from your heart. Someone that can work with you that can teach you how to monetize your knowledge, your abilities, your skills. Things that you've gone through and overcome will now become the guide, the survival guide for someone else facing that same situation. Put voice in the comment section. Voice in the comment section. This is Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. You have something special. You have greatness in you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Bye for now.
If you want another awesome video in our Black Excellence series, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.